Welcome back. Underground Mobcast episode 9. Is that correct? 9?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 9. Yeah. And I'm Lendo Acapo, and here with me today is Pete Brown. Say hi.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
And just to let you guys know, we actually finished watching NXT Halloween Havoc. And a little bit, we'll get our thoughts on that. Like, it's on my list. Thoughts. But yeah, yeah, there's like many other things that I have put down that we could talk, especially match of the week. Actually texted you today, but um uh like prize match of the week.
Yeah, I
So yeah,
I'm that one intrigued me because that was the first time usually we talk about it a little bit beforehand or whatnot.
I mean yeah, that's true.
I
This
like it like that. I think that's cool. I think it's a little, mix up.
so yeah, just start. This just started right away. Match of the week. I picked Edge versus Mick Foley, hardcore match.
Ooh, okay. Heat check, heat check.
Yeah, yeah, we talking about yeah, Edge versus Mick Foley. You know, like the one where Edge speared Mick Foley off the apron through a flaming table onto the floor.
Yeah, that
Now,
was
like,
like
yeah,
the spot of a lifetime.
yeah, like heading into WrestleMania 22, Mick Foley looked like a shell of himself, like as in Cactus Jack.
Right.
And decades of like most brutal matches in WrestleMania, sorry, pro wrestling history. Uh, back to you, literally. So like, Foley had one more battle left in him in that time. So he embodied persona of Cactus Jack, go toe to toe with the rated R superstar Edge, a hard. And yeah, like here's the thing, like yeah, as it's heading into WrestleMania, like Edge was like that mixed boss Edge the WWE Championship, so he went yeah after, and that's how the match uh got set up. So yeah, like as we see at WrestleMania 20 Chicago at the time, and it yeah, like Edge just like was walking down the ramp with holding a wooden baseball bat, and and then like yeah, and just, I remember like yeah, they really get at each other. Like Mick Foley back suplex Edge onto X, and Mick Foley wrap barbed wire over Taco Edge. He also delivered to Lita as well. Match.
Yeah, dude. I
And
remember that spot because I was like, back then, it wasn't really something crazy in professional wrestling to see like male on woman violence, I guess. But like, it still was something you didn't expect. And then she took the barbed wire to the mouth.
the barbed wire to the
Ugh.
and one point where uh they're able to set up outside the ring. Mick Foley was standing on the apron. At one point, where Lita like delivered a blow to Foley, and then like she puts gas top of the on top of the table, and then lit it on fire. Edge just like runs to make Foley, spears him off the apron, both of them the table onto the floor. Now, here's the thing: Edge suffered second-degree burns. Nick. And like you can like if you look back, you'd see that like Edge was shaken.
Yeah, he did an interview afterwards, and he was talking about how he could smell his own flesh burning. Ugh, disgusting, man. I mean, and if you want to look like at an example of what it can really do to you, look at Cody Rhodes after his match with Andrade.
That
It's horrific,
you
man.
know, yeah, he is a beast warrior.
Yeah, he is, dude. And then he ended up wrestling afterwards too. Like, wasn't he on TV a week later?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
and
crazy.
and like yeah, it's crazy that like Cody Rhodes, yeah, like I started like gaining respect to him like on this one match.
Dude, I don't know how he lasted that long.
Yeah, and like Da- Dave Meltzer ranked that match for 4 and a third quarter out of 5 stars. That's how he ranked. I consider that a five.
Yeah, I mean, getting a 5 star from Dave Meltzer is super hard, especially if you're not a Young Buck or Kenny Omega. So
Yeah, true.
that
But yeah,
says quite a
that
bit. But yeah, I like your pick. WrestleMania 22 was a great WrestleMania. I don't know if you've seen it all the way through or not, but that whole match card is stacked. And I remember watching like the top 100 greatest moments or hardcore moments or something like that. It was in like 2014 maybe, and I remember seeing Edge spearing Mick Foley through the table
that's
on there. I mean, that's a legendary moment.
that is
Amen. But yeah, no, that's a good pick. That's a really good pick. I didn't expect that one. That one definitely threw me for a loop. I was expecting something from like New Japan. I was like, oh no, what if I've never seen it? But I have seen that one, so we're good on that aspect. But yeah, let's move into this week. Is there anything that really stuck out to you on Raw? I mean, honestly, like for me, this week in wrestling was kind of just, eh. You know, like there wasn't really anything crazy, exciting, or
unbiased. Like I'm just gonna start out with Raw.
yeah. Nah,
Start
what you just said, I kind of heard you. You kind of came through a little bit, a little silent there, but he said Elias. Elias is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
So I guess the
so
question
so.
is, who wants to walk with Elias?
Me,
I do. I'll tell you that
me.
much. I've been sold on that guy since he stepped up to the main roster.
My dad likes a lot. because the reason why he likes Elias is like, well, two things. Oh, he's from Pittsburgh.
He's Pittsburgh. What do you mean he's Pittsburgh?
No, no, I said he's from Pittsburgh.
Oh, so does he like Britt Baker?
Uh, sh- my dad. Yeah, he doesn't even like. He only knows WWE. He doesn't know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, that's cool. I think bringing Elias back is
But yeah, I can tell.
Lando. I think you might be experiencing some technical difficulties.
Well, like, didn't I mean couldn't hear you for seconds.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Shit. Okay. Anyways, what was I about to say? Like, oh yeah, like, why did you think of the whole Elias and
Okay, so here's where I stand with all that. Um, I think bringing Elias back, as awesome as it is for me as someone who's a fan of Elias, I think it's gonna be hard, right? Because you built up this Ezekiel character, and Ezekiel is actually having quite a good run on the main roster, and his rivalry with Kevin Owens over him not being Ezekiel was great. It was good comedy. Um, but now that's all scrapped. Elias is back. You can't really go back to the Ezekiel without having him shave his beard, and
yes? I mean, yeah, like, yeah. I thought the whole like Ezekiel and Elias storyline was very funny, really.
in all honesty, though, they should have just never scrapped Elias in the first place. You know what I mean? Like he could have been going on this incredible long run in
Like,
WWE and gave
let
him
me
some
tell you,
titles or whatnot.
yeah, and yeah, let me tell you, like the Raw after WrestleMania, like all of a sudden you hear like generic, and you just see on like Titan says Ezekiel, and to be honest, first thing that popped into my mind was Ezekiel Jackson.
Oh my God, you did not think Ezekiel Jackson was coming back.
I don't know, like when I first saw the name Ezekiel, I'm like Ezekiel Jackson. Like it wasn't like a surprise or what. Like it was like a maybe a face moment.
Big
No,
Zeke,
like
dude. Could you imagine if Big Zeke would have came back? What a shocker that would have been. I don't expect to see his face in any WWE programming ever again.
imagine.
Dude, that'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
like yeah, it'll be awesome. But, didn't like have a, like 2011. I mean, it was good 2011. But then he went down a downfall of stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, he also did have a very short-lived career. Like, he got hyped up because he was all big and buff, and we all know Vince gets dick hard for guys like that. So,
Yeah, he was also he was final back to the last episode,
yeah,
and he also became Intercontinental Champion at one. But it was it was only a 54-day reign.
Yeah, it wasn't anything to write home about either.
Like,
No notable defenses. It wasn't really like a great historic day when Ezekiel Jackson won the Intercontinental Championship. It was just another mid Carter who was getting handed a title. Another guy they were trying to build up to become something that didn't. He was a flop. It is what it is. In terms of his in ring skill, it just wasn't there. You know, he was lacking
but
the it factor too. He didn't have that charisma that you need to have to be a big face in professional wrestling. And I mean that's like the X factor, you know. When
yeah,
you look at people that have made it very far in the industry, they all are willing to put it out there. You know, they throw their entire selves into this career. And a lot of those guys, I mean, a lot of guys don't want to do that. It's very hard for people. And I understand it. I mean, like, everybody has commitment issues these days. So I can understand why you might not want to throw yourself 100% into this role. But I mean, like, look at Ric Flair. He was a very humble guy. He was like married and all that stuff. And then he became Ric Flair. And what do we have? The eligible bachelor with blonde hair and Rolex wearing, kiss stealing, jet flying. And he absorbed that role. Some people you just can't believe their characters or they just can't get into them enough to where you will. With that being
yeah,
said, let's move to Dominic Mysterio. Um, he had that match with AJ.
yes.
Quite
But
frankly, I mean, you saw what I sent you, right? On Instagram.
let me see it again. Oh, uh, running like a backstage.
Yeah, did you see my caption to that?
Not a big, yeah, not a fan of dog by any.
Oh, did it autocorrect to dog? Or did you say
Yeah,
Dom?
I said first off, I said yeah, I said dog. Uh, autocorrect.
Dang,
The
dude, that sucks.
autocorrection.
But yeah, no, I'm not a fan of Dom. That's one of those characters that I just can't believe. I don't like him in ring. I don't think he brings anything special to the table. I think AJ carried that match.
Yeah, and they let win
Yeah.
just by the help of Rhea Ripley.
I pray to God they do something good with this faction because right now, dude, I'm just like, eh. Finn Balor's the only one I'm really interested to see anything out of. I've never really been hot on Damian Priest. I don't think he's a bad talent, but I never understood like the Archer of Infamy. But yet he was still like a good guy. He's got like that dark aura, but he was a good guy in NXT. I don't.
Yeah, I missed that Damien.
Yeah, I I didn't like when he brought Bad Bunny with him. I don't like the celebrities getting into professional wrestling. I think it's a waste. Because they'll never be full timers. I mean, they're doing something else always. Look at Logan Paul. I mean, sure, he's going to show up now, but as soon as he's not being quote unquote used correctly, which I don't care how good he gets in ring, he's not. He hasn't devoted his whole life to it. He's just some YouTuber who has all the money in the world and all the time in the world to go do whatever he wants because he has so much money.
And make sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, if I want to go back to mention Judgment Day, that it will be the OC Gallows, AJ Styles, Balor, Dominic Mysterio of the Judgment Day at Crown Jewel, Rhea, Saudi Arabia. But here's the thing, though. here's the thing: Carl Anderson is scheduled to face Hikuleo. You know,
We've talked about them before together.
Hikuleo supposed to face Carl Anderson never open weight championship in Osaka, and on the same day,
No, he's not.
November. Not kidding. November 5th, same day that Carl Anderson has to be in Saudi Arabia. Cool. But I mean, it was at first that he was scheduled to face Hikuleo for the championship in Osaka, Japan. But then all of a sudden, I I them kind of expected that like they're gonna schedule him. They're gonna schedule Carl Anderson, Gallows, and AJ Styles today's Judgment Day in Saudi Arabia, November 5th. Same day that he's supposed to be scheduled to face Hikuleo.
This is gonna be interesting.
But here's what I did. I did some research that like what is like like the like uh traveling time from the traveling flight time from like Osaka, Japan to Saudi Arabia. It is like a 10.5 hour flight.
Really?
Now, yeah, and that gets I mean, I had a feeling here's what I predicted like that Carl Anderson would wish a championship, and then somebody else would just face Hikuleo for the vacated Ever championship. But nope. Here's here's what happened. Here's what happened. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson they did a they made a video on Twitter, and they said something that they will not go to Japan at that time because Saudi Arabia. So yeah, they'll be not going to Japan at that time, and they will only show up when they feel like it. That's what they said.
Ooh, Forbidden Door opening? Hold on.
Uh,
That sounds like a solid
no,
setup, Lando. You cannot tell me I'm wrong.
yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. I mean, the last time we had a Forbidden Door, uh, like, okay, restart that. Last time that WWE opened up the Forbidden Door was last January. Mickey James, who at the time was Tag Knockouts champion, came to enter the Royal Rumble at number 21, and she brought the Impact Knockouts World Championship with her.
Yeah, okay, but that was so overhyped. They said that there was going to be several surprises, and the men's Royal Rumble that followed was utter garbage. Last year was by far one of my least favorite Royal Rumbles.
Yeah, yeah, like Brock Lesnar winning.
Yeah, well, people were saying, like, oh, Moose is going to come out, and none of it ever
Uh,
happened. Like, they were like, oh, the Forbidden Door is going to be open, and did it? No. No, it didn't.
no, only for Mickey James.
Literally, for one person. And that's, even then, it's just kind of like, eh.
I mean, you like Molina entered, and he was signed to NWA. So
Yeah.
I mean, just that the number one person that opened up the Forbidden Door game. So yeah, Mickey James had all the hype.
You know what I expect though when you talk about opening a forbidden door, I expect what Tony Khan did.
Oh
I expect booking like that. I expect that sets up that set up perfectly like AEW for the months to come. And they killed it too. I mean, that was a booming time in AEW. But now look at where they're resting at. So maybe it is a good thing that they didn't follow through.
Yeah, that's a good thing. But yeah, do you think that like Carl Anderson should relinquish the Never Openweight Championship or not?
I think he should. Um, do I think he will? Yes. I I don't
I
see
mean,
any way WWE lets that happen.
well, I'm just saying because like like for example, Shinsuke Nakamura, 16, like he was the IWG Continental, and when he signed to WWE, so I mean, so yeah, I if you're gonna be signed to the biggest, just relinquish the title that that you get the point.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's gonna clear up your schedule. You'll probably get booked a little bit better if you just follow along with what they want. And we know damn well they don't want him going over to Japan. So I don't know. I think it would be the smart move if I was Carl, but that's just me.
Yeah, just good. Yeah, Carl
Machine
Anderson.
gun. Oh, we're making sound effects this episode, Lando. Okay,
I
let's
mean,
see.
yeah, he's the machine gun Carl Anderson.
Anything else stick out to you about Raw?
What's trying to oh, can't even think. All I can say, I'm like my mind is set on a AEW Dynamite,
Yeah,
like the Heyman Adam Page injury.
yeah, that was brutal. Well,
Like,
actually, yeah, there is one more thing I'd like to mention about Raw. Um, Seth Rollins, U.S. champion.
yep.
He has 3 people shooting for his title right now.
What like which bias?
Mustafa and Riddle.
Yes. But
Do you think any of
yeah,
them are
do
going
you
to
think?
take it from him, or do you think he's going to hold on to it a little bit longer?
I mean, Seth Rollins. He pushes like younger talent.
That's true.
So
He
like,
he does really get people over, and he plays that role very well.
so here's what I'm predicting. Crown Jewel, Saudi Arabia. Seth Rollins defending the United States Championship in a fatal four-way match. Seth Rollins, Matt Riddle, Mustafa Ali, and Elias. And here's the thing. Y'all know that uh, Mustafa Ali is a Middle Eastern descent, Pakistani. But yeah, I feel like that Mustafa Ali that match that ever.
I'd be okay with it.
I just feel like when is WWE gonna get Mustafa?
Well, wasn't he supposed to have his opportunity and actually end up winning it against Daniel Bryan, but he got injured?
I mean,
But then we'd be asking the same thing about like Kofi Kingston, so I guess it's the trade off, right?
yeah.
I don't know,
I mean,
man.
yeah.
I've always wanted to see Mustafa Ali get pushed. I've always
Yeah.
liked him. He's
Like,
very entertaining.
and here's, I mean, I thought it was gonna be his time, like back in, yeah, it was June. Like, I thought it was gonna be his time when he faced Austin Theory United States Championship at Hell in a Cell, which was in his hometown. I thought he would win the match by a home field advantage. Nope.
Yeah, if I've learned anything about WWE, it's when you're certain, odds are you're wrong.
Yeah.
And then there's
And
like those
that was
times where it's like blatantly obvious, like tonight. We'll circle back to it, but yeah.
that just it's like, yeah. I mean, it was back when,
If that doesn't tell you enough, I don't know what does.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm just saying that like last year, Mustafa,
Yeah, Mustafa Ali has been done so dirty by this company, dude.
I'm like, what is the point on re-signing with WWE?
Well, he
Because
requested his release and they said no.
they did request, they did requ- they did request a release. Or okay, I'm like all over the place, man.
He did
So just bear
request
with
a
me here.
release.
Yeah. So yeah, all over the place. So yeah, just bear with me here. Uh, he he did request a release, and WWE accepted his release, and then uh several months later they it says that they offered him big. So yeah, he resigned WWE, and yeah, he got a push to the title picture, but then
Only
lost.
to lose again. God damn it.
Yeah,
Sorry if I'm getting a little riled up.
like I'm like, what is the yeah? What was the point of signing or re-signing?
Dude, I ask that question so often. I mean, there's several guys where I'm just like, why? Like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles. AJ, I guess I can understand because he's on the, last leg of his career, I'd say.
Yeah,
Um, Kevin Owens, I guess you could say the same thing, and it's not like he doesn't get TV time or anything. Sami Zayn, on the other hand, I have no idea why he'd want to stay.
yeah,
But I'm not him either, so I can't make his decisions for him. I just personally like with the amount of talent that he has and the potential that he has, I would have left. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
That's just yeah. I also yeah, just to jump off, just to go to another topic here. Here's what I want. It's I found this on Twitter. Triple H thinking about bringing back a full WWE.
Watch it be like Nikki Bella.
Oh, it's not somebody that. Let me just say, he's not even talked about. If that makes sense.
Kelly Kelly?
No,
Layla.
and I mean that's a good guess, but no.
Damn it.
It also said that she was seen backstage in multiple events.
Who?
You remember Oksana?
No. What?
Yeah,
Talk about not heard about, dude. I barely even remembered she had existed. Oh my gosh, dude. We're both on the struggle bus today.
yeah. I found it on Twitter. And I'm like, really? There's that Oksana
Dude, she used to be with Cesaro, right?
Zaro Teddy Long.
That's right, Teddy Long. Oh my god, I miss that guy.
Yeah, and like curious, like if she gets the yeah on, just a what?
Yeah, that's a very solid question. I just don't see how she'd fit into any picture besides like a manager, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a man.
Because
But
in terms of like the women's division, I feel like it's already pretty stacked, and they
yeah,
already don't use the amount of talent that they have.
I see. Yeah, like yeah, I bet she's gonna be like if she if she's ever on live television.
Yeah, she could
Who
just be in
would
a
be
on a off-screen role too.
on screen? Uh, I mean, what do you? I mean, actually, never mind. Scratch that. But yeah, yeah, that's what I found on Twitter that she seen WWE events backstage. Yeah, hopefully we get to see live television if they decide to turn on live television, or maybe she's
I don't know. We will see. That's pretty interesting, though. I was definitely
and
thinking a little bit more well known than that, though. Because like I never
and
really considered her a diva in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't.
I mean, yeah, the like at first she had like blonde hair, then
Yeah, she didn't really compete much though. And the matches that she did have were lackluster at best.
yeah,
Speaking of divas that had their time or whatever, Eva Marie posted a video on like Instagram or TikTok or something of her throwing away the Lily doll that Alexa Bliss used to carry around. If that's like a precursor to her coming back, please just skip forward a couple months for me.
swear to God, if
She's
she
a dumpster
yeah
fire, dude. She has no in ring talent. She is so bland and so boring. She's just pretty.
yeah she's just pretty.
Pretty and
I
jacked.
like being like I don't see her as like as a wrestler. I see her as like a manager.
Or a sex symbol as a whole.
Like literally, I would put manager like see her wrestle. It's cringy.
Yeah, it is. She's not good, dude. She's a botch machine.
Like what? Like it's just that when was the last time she got a
No idea. No idea.
exactly?
Girls like Eva Marie are the reason that I have a hard time watching women's wrestling.
Well, good thing she got released just last year.
Yeah, but if she makes a comeback, oh my god.
I'll just like march to headquarters and have a sit down with Triple H. I'll be like, why? Why?
But why?
Like I'll just show him a picture. Even why?
For what reason, good sir?
I swear, like I said, bring back. He can't wrestle for shit.
No, dude, she's so bad. There's no talent there whatsoever. But all right, let's see. So we got Raw covered. Dynamite. I mean, is there really anything else? Is there besides the Moxley Hangman match? Was there really anything notable?
Oh yeah. Seeing like the whole thing with Jeff and Will,
Yes, dude, that was segment of the year candidate for sure.
like really Rigo got into it.
Those are two guys who know their way around a microphone, and both of those guys know their way around professional wrestling as a whole too.
Yeah, and I mean, do you think that Jeff babyface?
I hope not, dude. I like him as a heel.
I mean, he was once a babyface.
Yeah, but I mean,
Once,
like, I don't know. I wouldn't mind it. The only thing is, he plays such a good heel, and it comes so naturally. But
I
he
mean,
did get upset with Lee Moriarty and those guys.
yes, and uh, also like I heard this from Chris Jericho that like a fan fest whatever stage with a mic telling us that like AF like saying that like I can't keep babyface because like MJF gained like so much love from fans, even though he's a heel, but like he still gains fans.
Well, of course, dude. He's one of the best heels in professional wrestling today.
Yeah, but and like I'm like not only the best heel. I mean, I'm not just saying like he could also be a best baby face. I mean, he could just be just like a baby face. Like he could still have like his baby like kind of like funny when he's like a funny when baby face.
Yeah, like
Because
kind of
like
what they did with him and Kevin Owens in 2016. Yeah, I'd be cool with that.
but yeah, like I mean, I don't like it'll be cool.
Yeah, no, I
Cool.
wouldn't mind to see it. I just don't think. I just think the heel role is better for MJF. I don't think twisting it up is ever a bad thing to do. Well, that's not true. If it's Vince McMahon who's doing the changing up, then probably it's going to be bad. But I do have faith that MJF, no matter what role he plays, he'd be able to kill it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's so yeah, and after like the whole like John Moxley versus Hangman, like they still had some time on airs. Moxley and MJF challenged uh Moxley. Well, he cashed in his chip, not like after the match, but cashing his chip at full. Wants John Moxley 110.
Dude, if he does not beat Moxley, the world is going up in flames.
I mean, I will. I be honest. I would love to see MJF World.
I think everybody does. I mean,
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, yeah, yeah. Do you think that after the match he's gonna shake John Moxley's hand?
I have no idea. I have
Well, I'm
no idea.
just saying. I'm just saying because we seen the match between MJF and uh, MJF submitted Wheeler Yuta handshake, and MJF it was about to give him a handshake till Wheeler Yuta got blindsided by, and MJF wasn't okay with it.
Yeah, I mean it'd be cool. Could you imagine that he like joins BCC?
Yeah, do you kind of picture because we've seen like MJF leak, you know, go through years and
Yeah, dude,
he
I
was in
wouldn't
the first
mind it
ever.
either.
Yeah, like for example, he was in the first ever blood and guts match.
Yeah, and it was bad to the bone.
But yeah, I kind of picture him being in uh, Blackpool.
I would like to see it, especially with like the speculation of Brian Danielson leaving.
Wait, Brian Danielson.
Yeah, BCC.
Like, tell me why.
So I was like reading up, on the storyline with like Daniel Garcia and whatnot, and like you can kind of see Danielson's like attitude shift more towards like an actual heel instead of like the anti-hero. I don't know. That's just what I'm picking up on. That's what I'm seeing. I think they're trying to like make him into an actual heel, which I wouldn't
I
mind,
mean,
right? So if you take Brian Danielson out and you replace him with MJF, I wouldn't be upset about it. It would
why
suck to
replace
see Brian
MJF?
Danielson go in the first place, but like the addition of MJF would make it worth it.
Uh, I mean, why replace Brian Danielson with MJF?
Because Brian Danielson's then gonna go do his own thing or whatever. And be the bad guy, Not just the badass guy.
I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't allow that.
I don't think it'd be like the best move in the world.
Yeah,
But it'd be cool. I mean, it'd be something new. And I mean, we've talked about AEW a couple times, and like at least the last couple weeks, we've had quite a bit to talk about in AEW. Um, Shaking it up might not be the worst thing for them right now because, like today, Tony Khan had a meet and greet, and like nobody showed up. There's a photo, and there's like 6 people there, and it was a free meet and greet at Daly's place.
yeah. So, anyways, they just announced this on Dynamite that oh wait, was it Dynamite? No, it was Rampage. Rampage. Uh, Ring of Honor Final Battle, December 10th, 2020.
What's the
So
main
yeah,
event of that card?
we could. I mean, well, I could tell that Samoa Joe's on the face popped up when. So um, like yeah, this is like the first pay per view or no, third Ring of Honor pay like was the Star of Honor, then uh Death Before I, and now Final Battle December. couple of months.
Yeah,
And Samoa Joe, we can all tell that he's gonna hard. Hopefully, doesn't get injured.
that would make sense. I mean, he is a Ring of Honor champion, and if he's not on that card, it'd kind of be a waste.
But yeah, hopefully it's a good pay per view.
I hope so too. I hope they can build up to it correctly, especially like we've said before. They've got that very limited amount of time, um, so they really do need to focus on building up the Ring of Honor rivalries leading up to that pay per view. But yeah, what about SmackDown? Anything notable from SmackDown?
Well, we've seen a prom- little backstage promo set Bray Wyatt.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was.
It's so nice to have
He's
him back.
and yeah, and that was I mean, half of it was himself, half of them was like Sona.
That's what I really dig this. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a split personality disorder almost.
That he's gonna go down that he'll follow the whole horrible, horrible thing.
I like
That's
that
what he said.
energy.
Yeah, and I think that could be one, but the or Roman.
Okay, so there's some speculation that they're gonna pull one of the championships off of Roman Reigns after Crown Jewel. So in the event that they strip him of one of the championships, no, I do not want to see, nor do I think he will be someone to dethrone Roman. Um, like I've been saying since day one of this podcast, I think Roman's on the very last leg of his career. Let him finish it out strong with the Universal Championship at least.
Yeah, yeah, just drop the WWE Championship off of Roman. Just let him keep universe.
Yeah, let him solidify himself as the GOAT, man. I really do love what he's been doing. So
But yeah, and also I want to talk about this one. Hit Row's mystery partner for SmackDown next week. They're scheduled to face Battle del Fantasma 6-man tag team match. No, there will be Dante the Adonis and Top Dollar mystery partner Escobar Joaquin Del Toro. But yeah, do you have any thoughts?
I just don't know who it could be. Like, there's nothing that really stands out to me and is like, yes, that's who it's gonna be.
But I looked on Twitter. Looked on Twitter. Many people said it was gonna be Isaiah Swerve
Okay,
Scotty.
that's not happening. Okay, I hate
Yeah,
to spoil
I
it for
know,
all
I
you
know,
Twitter
it's not
fuckers
happening.
out there. It's not happening. There's no shot in hell that his contract is up this early and AEW lets him walk out.
Some people say
That could be it too. He didn't retain tonight. Or well,
nope.
he didn't get it
So
back, I guess.
I
But
mean, Carmelo Hayes. I mean, I could see him.
I wouldn't be mad about it. He fits the group's flow quite well. That's an interesting one. Carmelo Hayes would be a good addition to Hit Row.
He would. I mean, I could see like he can like roast. Like he can roast as a
True.
You just have Trick Williams in the background. Talk to him.
Talk to him, yeah.
Talk your talk.
What if it's like Mark Henry or something? Could you imagine Mark Henry comes back?
Like, I mean, he's with AEW.
He is. He is. Let's see, who all could it be, dude? It could be like Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander. Cedric would be cool.
Doesn't have like a hip hop background.
Yeah, but in terms of like his in-ring ability, I think he'd mesh very well with the rest of Hit Row. Shelton kind of has a hip hop background ish because he had that gimmick in like 2007, 2008, where he was, he's fly or whatever.
Golden Standard.
Yeah, the gold standard, Shelton Benjamin. Yeah,
And my mind is just thinking that it's Carmelo Hayes.
that's what I'm thinking, dude. Could you imagine it's like R-Truth?
Yeah, imagine it was our truth.
I would pay to see that. I'm sorry, but I would pay to see that.
When was the last time we
Been a minute. Ron Killings has been gone for a while now.
play? I mean, he was entertaining with like
Yeah, well, he's almost like 52, right?
it just last where he uh
Damn. I thought he was like
I
coming up on 50.
I bet he's gonna retire. Like,
You think he's going to wrestle till he's 54?
I mean, that's what the Undertaker.
Okay, but The Undertaker and R-Truth are two different types of talent.
I'm just saying. I'm saying. I don't
Hey,
know.
hey, hey,
Never know.
hey, chill, chill, chill.
I, I'm just saying. I don't know. Time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell. Let's see. Anything else notable for SmackDown?
Uh,
Oh, Solo Sikoa and Sheamus. The outright attack on Sheamus by the Bloodline was very.
yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's intriguing to me, right? Because now you have another member of Bloodline plus honorary Uce, and then the Tribal Chief, and then the Usos. And it seems like they just keep picking fights with all these people. Like Logan Paul got attacked by Jay.
Oh, and then like Sami Zayn just trying to be.
Sami Zayn's just being Sami Zayn. Solo's having his little rivalry with Sheamus right now. And the Usos are kind of just dominating the tag team division.
like like it's good. Like the number one contenders, it has to be the New Day pinned.
No, it's Viking Raiders. Remember we talked about this.
I mean,
If they show up. On paper, it's the Viking Raiders. I mean, think about it, right? Because they beat the New Day. So if New Day would be number one contenders, technically speaking, you have to go based off of who beat them. And who beat them? The Viking Raiders. Boom.
yeah, I bet Sarah Logan gonna be like the ballot.
You think so?
Oh, did you see like all practice?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you could tell that's Sarah Logan's. If you watch that is definitely Sarah Logan.
I mean, it makes sense. It matches with their gimmick quite well.
Now, now let's go to NXT.
All right, all right. Let's talk about the opening ladder match. How'd you feel about
I
it? Results?
Yeah,
What do you think?
I'm happy that Wesley won the championship.
Me too, man. Me too. I didn't know how he was gonna do, especially after all the Nash Carter stuff came out. It's hard to go from a tag team player to a normal character again, you know?
Singles.
Yeah, you have to like restart yourself. Um, I thought it was gonna be Hayes. As much as I didn't want to see it happen, I thought it was gonna be Hayes. But I wanted Miso, right? Is that his name?
Uh, say
Mesa?
that again.
Mesa?
Uh, yeah, Mensa,
Mensa.
Oro Mensa.
Oro Mensa. Yeah, so I wanted either him or Wesley to win.
Yeah, like Oro Mensa. Yeah, he's championship. Sure.
He's a stellar talent.
Like,
I mean, he's just new, so like pushing him straight to the top's just not a good idea. But if somebody of the people that were in the match had to win, those were my two people I wanted to see win.
yeah, and um, yeah, but yeah, like Wesley was my number one.
Fair enough.
Yeah, second match. I believe the next match after was basket match.
Yep, that one
Like a
was interesting. I really wanted to see Grayson Waller win, you know? I like his character, I like his cocky, arrogant asshole vibes, and he lost.
Yeah, that's why he's no. Yeah, that's why.
Yep. Um, and he lost, which I guess it makes sense, right? Because they're trying to like rebuild Apollo or whatever. But it was very odd, right? Like the Druids came out with a second casket. They didn't know, the referees weren't sure if Apollo had lost or not because he got thrown through the casket, which technically,
Oh yeah,
according to the rules, he wouldn't have lost because you have to close the lid on your opponent. But I mean, if you're booking it to protect both talents in terms of like loss damage, they did it pretty well. I mean, Grayson Waller looked spectacular in that match. Those two need to, if they're gonna work together again, they definitely should probably work out some kinks. You could tell that they were getting to know each other in the ring a little bit. There's some rough patches, but every single match I saw tonight, there were some rough patches in. So
okay. Next match. I believe the next match was Cora Jade versus Roxanne.
I think I think that was the third to last match. I think the match after the one we just talked about was actually, shoot, which one was it? It was, oh, wasn't it Creed in an ambulance
Yeah,
match, right?
yeah. It was Julius Creed, Damon. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That match, those guys are both super green. I don't know. There's a couple times in there where I was like, "What are they doing?" Like, I don't know. I didn't think it was a bad match. They're both very hard hitting characters, but they need some work. There's a reason they're in the developmental brand. So I don't know if you saw what I was seeing, but in terms of like being technical and knowing what you're doing, both guys at
Like
some point
to be honest,
were looking lost.
I don't. To be honest, I only saw half because I was actually.
Oh yeah,
So I mean, hearing this from you, yeah, I that happening.
yeah. I mean, they've got wrestling backgrounds. You don't really expect them to be professional wrestling superstars. Like they're not acrobats or anything like that. So
Yeah, yeah. And okay, next did oh, the Mandy Rose versus Alpha Fire.
eh, it was all
Eh,
right.
but, you know, yeah. To be honest, I expected Alpha Fire to win. To be honest.
Yeah, I was expecting. So I thought I don't know. It's kind of interesting because so the way I was looking at it is I every single time I watch like professional wrestling, what I do is from the beginning of the card, I take note of heels and faces, who wins and who doesn't, and usually you can tell what heel or face will drop their championship based off of how many heels or faces won prior. But tonight, dude, nothing changed. Like not a damn thing changed. Mandy Rose does what she always does, which is have the numbers on her opponent and win.
And half of those it's help from Dolan and Finn.
Yeah. I mean, the numbers is
And
so
also
big.
yeah, and this Wednesday she'll hit 1 year
Yeah.
of being champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Okay,
What about the Cora Jade match? What do you think about that?
not that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't
Bad.
bad, but it was definitely underwhelming for what they built it up to be. That little spot off the top of the tower, or whatever the hell you want to call it, into the tables, looked so obviously set up. Like you're just gonna let her pull you with her? I mean, come on.
Yeah, yeah. Just like
I don't know, not to be an asshole critic or anything, but it just looked so stupid.
now, I also want to talk about this. This like I text you this. I text you this about it, where they showed a video of about Dominic Dijakovic. Well, it didn't say anything about Dominic Dijakovic. Here's what happened. Okay, all of a sudden, like there was like a bonfire and like a shadow figure or a huge shadow. Just then, all of a sudden, like there's like this burning mask, and it looked like mask of. I'm
Yeah, I am so upset that I missed that.
I'm like I knew it instantly that that was the mask of. That means that Dominic Dijakovic back to winning.
Yeah, dude, I looked it up. You said to go on Twitter, so I went on Twitter and I unfortunately could not find anything.
If I just made
I don't think a lot of people caught it.
well, me personally, I caught it.
Well, of course you did.
I'm like I recognize another time. But yeah, I can assure you, everyone who's watching, Dominic Dijakovic back.
I am not opposed.
Yeah. Now, main event match. Braun Breaker versus Ilya Dragunov. And I wanted Ilya Dragunov to win.
Yep, me too.
Wanted like either like Dragunov dating
Yeah, quite frankly, I just want to see Braun Breaker lose.
and also I kinda expected like Austin Theory like with the money like after cashing in. Nope, that didn't happen.
Yeah, there were so many close calls in that match. I thought he had a
So many
one, dude.
I like the part where like now on wanted to referee counted, JD McDonald just grabbed the referee's hand before.
Yeah, I was like, he's gonna win. And then he caught his arm, and I was like, no.
Motherfucker.
And then I was also expecting that cash, and then we talked about, and well, that didn't. Dude, Austin Theory didn't like even come out or anything, dude. This is his Money in the Bank run is just getting increasingly boring to me.
Yeah, like fuck.
Like he could at least run out and smacked Brown Breaker with a briefcase or something. Just make people know that he's there, dude. Like that's all he has to do as a Money in the Bank holder. Rub it in. Hey, I can cash in on you, buddy.
Imagine if watches Austin Theory. He'd be like,
Proud
smart
father moment.
move, smart move.
Yeah, he would too. That'd be a hell of a
Because we all
promo.
yeah. And we all know that like, if like Austin Theory would ever cash in case of Roman, gonna get his ass kicked.
Yeah,
You know?
he's gonna get the ass whooping of a lifetime.
But yeah, that's our thoughts of NXT Havoc. Now the last thing I talked about after talk about after this will our trivia quiz. Yeah, this is the last thing I want. It's something about Will Ospreay.
All right.
Okay, this happened on October 10th. Um, he like he was in a post match interview. Know that New Japan match interview?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about Tetsuya Naito and like basically, well, technically Tetsuya Naito was going after the IW heavyweight. But like doesn't want it though. Weird thing about it that Naito does United States Championship, but it's on the line regardless. Like, still doesn't want it. Wants Will Ospreay.
Very interesting.
Like, and here's the thing that Will Ospreay said that many other people have done. That like he preferred to be like the Intercontinental champion than be I see like why does Japan have a US title that's in Japan?
Yeah, fair enough.
So just like he'd rather be Intercontinental Champion because that would make sense because he's like that way he could travel around the world with it. If it like the United States Championship, like just like it's a U.S. title that represents America, but its own Japanese wrestling. Just weird though. Like Tetsuya Naito unify the championship with the heavyweight, but like as he won both titles, the both of them were still active. Like only defended the titles like at once, not separately, just once. So that's like that's why I want to talk about it. I fully agree with like Will Ospreay.
Will
Very
Ospreay is a once in a lifetime talent. Naito
firmly.
is a generational talent who has accomplished everything that one can do. I pray to
Trying to
God that
kill
match happens.
it's it will happen. Happen November 5th. November 5th in Osaka. Same date for Crown Jewel.
Yeah, the same day that Carl Anderson's supposed to be there.
Yeah, but he's not going to be there.
Could you imagine if he does do it though? If he somehow pulls off getting there?
No chance in hell.
There's no chance in hell, Lando. I understand that, but just dream with me here for a minute.
Okay.
Imagine, okay? It's November 5th.
Amen.
You're tuning in to Crown Jewel, and all of a sudden, Carl Anderson's there. Then at the same time, you say, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to watch NJPW real quick. Boom! There's Carl Anderson defending his championship and not successfully.
I mean, yeah, but like, he's gonna. I mean, he either gonna drop the belt, own it, take away or whatever. Because yeah, he's gonna face Hikuleo regardless. He has to drop the belt to him,
Right.
or he's gonna relinquish it, vacate the title. But like, let Hikuleo face somebody else for the vacated.
I think that's what's going to end up happening.
But yeah, that's my prediction. Yeah,
Yeah.
anyways, we're gonna go to trivia quiz before we end the podcast. We're gonna start out with Parker's uh trivia quiz, and then we're gonna do mine in the stream.
All right. So mine is Halloween based because this is my favorite time of year, spooky season. So, question number 1, Lando, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Question number 1. When was the first Halloween Havoc? A. 1990. B. 1988. C. 1991. Or D. 1989.
Oh man. Well, I remembered like the only time that I watched Havoc was like in '91. Question. Damn. I gotta say, 1991. That's C.
Yeah, that was C.
Okay, C. Final answer.
I'm sorry, Lando, but you were wrong.
Yeah.
It was D, 1989. All
Okay,
right.
next question.
Question number 2. Now you know how I feel. I told you I was going to stump you. Who of the 4 listed has won a strap match at Halloween Havoc? A. Hulk Hogan. B. Harlem Heat. C. Macho Man. Or D. The Outsiders.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. The rap. I'm gonna go with Hulk Hogan.
You are incorrect. The answer is B. Harlem Heat.
Really? Harlem Heat?
Yep.
Like a tag team match? Like a tag team match?
I guess so, yeah. It was in 1999. Yep.
Okay. Okay, okay, next question.
Alright, question number 3. Who defended their U.S. Championship at Halloween Havoc 1997? Was it A. Ric Flair, B. Goldberg, C. Kurt Hennig, or D. Bret Hart?
Okay, it's either Goldberg or Kurt Hennig. Damn it! Oh man. Oh wait. Gotta be Kurt Hennig.
Lando, I'm sorry to do this to you one more time, but
Goldberg.
so, okay, technically, Ric Flair challenged Kurt Hennig. Ric Flair won.
Oh.
Or, well, it's via DQ. So, Kurt Hennig's right.
Okay. Oh, I was like, okay, what?
So, yeah, see Kurt Hennig.
Because, like, I don't recall, like, Ric Flair being U.S. champion in 1997.
No, he wasn't.
No?
Alright, number 4. Who faced MSK for the NXT tag titles at NXT TakeOver Halloween Havoc 2021? Was it A. Imperium, B. Sanity, C. Creed Brothers, or D. Undisputed Era?
There you
You are correct. That one was kind of a softball.
It was definitely, like, it's definitely. Come on, man.
It definitely wasn't Sanity. Undisputed Era's been gone for a decent amount of time, and Creed Brothers.
I mean, the Creed Brothers were still around then, but they weren't, like.
They weren't title contenders.
Yeah.
All right, and number 5, another softball. True or false? Cameron Grimes faced Dexter Lumis in a haunted house of terror.
True.
That is true.
Okay, got 3 out of 5. 5.
Not bad, not bad. I told you I'd stump you, though. That was my mission. I got 2.
Okay, now would you? Let's see if you get all 5 of mine.
All right, I'm passing you the fake torch right now.
Yeah, passing the switch. Hand it over. Hand it over.
All right, there you
Hand
go.
it over.
There you go.
Okay. Yep. Okay, here we go. Okay, ready?
I am.
Let me just say this. I should have done like an Halloween.
You can do that next week, though.
Yeah, we could do it next. Anyways, okay, number 1. What's Robert Roode's entrance music called? A. I'm Victorious. B. It's Domination. Then.
Ooh. Go over the options one more time.
B. Glorious Domination. I will defend.
Glorious Domination.
Are correct.
Let's go.
Okay. Next question. Who did Cody Rhodes defeat in the finals of the inaugural AEW? That's 20. A. Lance Archer. B. Darby Allin. C. John Spears. Dustin.
A. Lance Archer. Final answer.
You're correct.
Ah, let's go.
Okay, now this next one. True or false? Jay White is the first ever Grand Slam champion winner in wrestling.
False.
Sorry, you were
Damn it.
Yeah, he won. He's ever Grand Slam champion, but he won his first never over the champ. So he was in the first ever Grand Slam champion. Never over.
All right, next question.
Who became the first ever NWA World Television Champion at the NWA 2020? A. O. B. Iris. D. Starks. Sticky Dice.
I'm gonna say B.
Going with Iris.
No. Yeah. B. Final answer.
Sorry, you were.
Was it A, the Pope?
No, it was C.
What?
That was
I never saw him with the NWA Championship.
not World Television.
Oh, I still never saw him with the championship, but that's all right.
But anyway, I mean, he held it for like 39 days.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
It was like a short one. But yeah, anyway. Fifth question, once again, true or false? Sasha Banks won the first ever women's Hell in the Cell match.
Ooh, that was the one with Charlotte, wasn't it?
I don't know, you tell me.
I'm gonna say true. Sasha Banks did win the first women's Hell in a Cell match.
I'm sorry, you're wrong. I was really hoping you were gonna get that right.
Charlotte won it.
Yeah, Charlotte won.
Son of a bitch, dude. They bounced back and forth with that championship so many times in that.
Yeah.
That feud was
Actually,
ungodly long.
yeah, it was like it came like it started like right after Monday. And that feud went all the way to December.
Yeah, dude. And they just
That's
like kept handing it back and forth.
They're just playing hot potato with it. Potato, hot potato, hot potato. You know?
Yeah, I was so pissed off about that.
But yeah. So yeah, that's it for the episode, gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoy and drop a like, comment, share with some friends if you want, share with some family members, it doesn't even matter. I ain't dad, but anyways. Try for more and see you guys later.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in.
Later.
Later.